Happy Sunday, my friends. Hope you guys are having a great one. I wanted to get on here and talk to all of you guys that need leads. It is absolutely crucial that you have consistent people to talk to every single day, every single week, month in, month out. The biggest problem for insurance agents is they buy leads one week and then they don't buy the next week, and so on and so forth. That stop and go kills it for you. It truly does hurt you because you need to build momentum. And then once you have momentum, don't stop. Don't stop taking fresh leads. So you want to work fresh leads. You want to work the follow up on the leads that you haven't closed from the weeks or days before. And when you combine it all together, you got a system, you got a lead system. What happens if one day your lead vendor doesn't provide you with your leads? It's not going to hurt you because you got a system. You got numbers in your CRM that you're following up on, or clients that you need to pick up an NSF, or you need to pick up an item or two, right? But you always have someone to call, someone to talk to. But bottom line, it starts with lead gen. Every day, on any given day, I got 40, 50 people on my follow up. But at the same time, I'm going to make sure that I take 5 to 8 new calls, right? So I can stay consistent. That's it. Doesn't matter what carrier you work for or go work for. You need leads. I was talking to an agent friend of mine, and he was mentioning some life insurance agencies. They all represent the same carriers, but each one has something different, something new, something exciting. Bottom line, it comes down to, do they have leads, and are those leads good? And what do I mean by good leads? One, they got to be of people that truly showed an interest in getting a quote for final expense, what me and you sell. It got to be a valid quote. If you're working leads that, you know, from the moment in time they asked for the information and now it's like 3 weeks later, the quality is going to be a lot less. But the best lead source, in my opinion, in 2026 is anything that doesn't require that you have to call people. So if right now you're having to buy leads, okay, only to call them back, that's a waste of money. I don't care who you are, what you think, what you say. Bottom line, 98% of people don't pick up the phone. Doesn't matter if you verify the lead, if they text message verification. Bottom line, if you're doing preset appointments, chances are most of those people aren't going to make the appointment or they're not going to pick up the phone. So when you got those two things going against you, where people aren't picking up the phone these days, iPhones these days have their iOS blockers, so they block numbers that they don't recognize. And overall, just because so many people are dialing these days, I get customers that tell me straight up, I just don't pick up the phone anymore. Let it go to voicemail. Let that sink in. So imagine if you're buying 50 leads a week that are fresh, but they require you to call them back. That's a waste of money. I'm telling you, 98% of those people aren't going to pick up. Good luck. It used to be 10 years ago, if I bought 50 leads, I would get 75% of those people on the phones. Again, that's just to get them to pick up. That means nothing about if I made a full presentation or not. Inbounds, they cost $55 each. And at 2 minutes into that phone conversation, if you decide that this is not a good lead, you hang up the phone and you don't get charged for that lead. After 2 minutes, and believe me, 2 minutes is a lot to talk about. Think about it. Thank you for calling Senior Life Insurance Company. How can I help you? By the time you ask the person if they're looking to get a quote for themselves or a loved one, you're talking about 20 seconds in. And if the person says, yes, I'm calling for me, you still got another minute and a half to make sure that that person has the right interest that, fits a good lead. If the person right off the top, you ask them, are you looking for this quote for yourself or a loved one? And they say, I'm calling for a loved one or something outside of, only for themselves, I'm hanging up, including if they're calling for a loved one. Because with my product, Final Expense, I want to talk to the person that's calling into the advertisement. So again, those first 2 minutes saves you at the register when it comes to leads. So if you need leads, I can help hook you up. Okay. Doesn't matter what company you work for, doesn't matter to me. I could sell you leads. If you need the training, I can help you with the training. In fact, I recommend you do my training. 20% conversion ratio guarantee on the first time you pick up the phone. And again, a lot of people say they know how to sell insurance over the phone, but as soon as you put them on the phone, they crash and burn. They burn through leads so fast that they get through a 20 set of leads and you ask them what the quality of the leads were, and they'll tell you the leads were A plus, but they have no sales to prove anything. Why? Because they don't know how to close. Selling is one thing, as Cardone says, and closing deals is a totally separate issue. And unfortunately, a lot of insurance agents that consider themselves salespeople are really not. They're more order takers. A salesperson can take a bunch of no's and still have an outcome of a yes in the form of an application that was submitted to the company. So we have the training documented. Last year, I wrote over 300 applications, took inbounds every single day. And here's the beauty about it. The beauty is I have a recording for every single one of those applications. I know exactly how many of them placed, how many of them didn't. Bottom line, it didn't happen because I showed up one day, I didn't show up another day. No, I have the call recordings of every single day from Monday to Friday, all of last year, of myself on the phones selling insurance and training others. And I would be more than happy to share with you those recordings so you can see that it can be done. But you got to have the right lead system, you got to have the right training, and you got to have the right carrier to do it. And then you got to just show up every day, put in the time, stop complaining, put in the work, and understand that the 2,000 applications you're looking to do is going to take you a few years. And that's okay. But stop thinking it's going to happen overnight. Stop thinking there's other lead sources that are laying me downs. No, our lead systems are people looking in real time for a quote that me and you offer. Hit me up. I'll show you firsthand. My goal for this year is my personal production, my AI system, and my Spanish side. So hit me up. I'll be more than happy to set you up with an English inbounds for you and your team. If you have at least 5 agents on your team, you got matching states, I could flood your numbers, your calls every single day of people highly interested of a final expense policy. So hit me up if you need leads. Peace. Oh, and one more thing. These are compliant leads. None of these leads that are going to get you a lawsuit and going to get you sued, your upline sued, and the carrier sued. Not at all. These are compliant TCPA and DNC opted in leads. Give me a call. Peace.